Hey everybody, Dennis from Boas coming at you here. And today is going to be a little bit about a different topic, a new boa observation. And why I say that is this is beyond once you get past your quarantine period, which to me is, probably the most important period when you acquire any boa from anyone. Quarantine, quarantine, quarantine. You do not want to ever get a boa in your house and into your collection and then find out it has mites or something horrible like that. And, it's 10 times the work for you when you could have nipped it right at the bud by doing a simple quarantine. But once you're past that point, if a boa is new to your collection, even after 20-something years of Burmese, even included back in the years to me, that's going way back. I'm almost 50. I was 16 when I had them. These are new for me. This is the Morelli's boa. And what I mean by simple observation is I think if we watch our boas enough, we know what they want. I can tell you a few things that I picked up on this boa that I know for fact before I read them. I know it's fact now because I read about it, but a few things I picked up. First thing I picked up about it, likes cooler temps than most boas. And strictly through observation. Where was it in its cage? If it's always on the heat, maybe you want to pump up the heat a degree or two more. Maybe that specific boa that you're trying to observe likes a warmer temp. My observation on this one was it liked a cooler temp. So I would say my guess for these, 85, 86 from what I see. And I think it's right in the wheelhouse from what I've read after the fact. I can tell you another thing I almost noticed instantly. And I'll tell you how I observed this instantly. While in quarantine, this boa right here, when I go do my scheduled cleaning in quarantine, which is quicker than most because once again, they're in quarantine, you're on paper towel, you're looking for things such as those dreadful black dots, mites, sickness, RI, whatever it is you're looking for. Should be looking for everything. You gotta be very aware of everything about your snake in that quarantine. But the main thing that I noticed right away is, wow, this boa seems to pee a lot. And I had more than one of them. I have more than one of these. So it's like all of a sudden now, they're all peeing a lot. So there you go. Great observation. It's fact. These tend to drink more water and pee more often, or urinate or urates, than a regular boa. It's just part of the Morelli's facts. Point being is you can do this with any boa. You could look at a boa right out of a box or whatever you get it out of, or if you pick it up at a show, a lot of times the tail shape is a give, A lot of these animals that we're calling semi-arboreal are more in the trees than we think they are. I think a good example of that might be Hog Island. I think they prefer to be in the air or buried a lot more than we think they do. I'd say that's common with most boas, not the in the air part, not the arboreal part, but the, I don't know if you ever noticed, boas are active at night. If you have a hide in your cage, which you should, on both the cool end and the warm end, you're going to see the boas doing a lot more moving at night. And once again, how would you figure that out? Observation. Observe your boas during the day. Where are they? Are they in the air? Are they on a hot side? Are they on a cool side? Are they buried? Observe your boas at night. Again, what are they doing at night? Are they in the air? Are they still hiding? Are they always hiding? Or are they out and active and looking? And these will give you a lot of answers on, probably your permanent setups for your boas and what you should do to keep them happy. In general, when I get my boas, I give them many offerings. Even if they're not known to be climbers at all, I'm going to put a branch in there and see what happens. Or a climbing stick or a piece of a vine. I used to use a piece of vine I'd tie up and see if they're using it at all. I'm sure a lot of even with the big boas, if you have like a Suriname or if you do a basking shelf, they'll tend to like to get up on that shelf and, bask. It's just the way it is rather than just being one floor level. That kind of goes against something I said previous when people will say to me, hey, then how come all your cages are level? Well, they are, but the hides are up in the air, so they can get on top of the hide, which they do. And, sometimes they like to chill out up there. So that's point in hand there. Simple hides, I know some people use oil pans. Some people buy the hides, some reptile places. But, you can make something. You can use cereal bite. You can use whatever you want. There's a million different things for hides. But animals should be offered hides. And even more so, the poor animals are in quarantine on top of newspaper. I keep it very basic, though. It's newspaper. Sorry, not newspaper. Strike that. See, there's a perfect example of I'm not editing or cutting nothing. It's paper towel. Paper towel, paper towel. White. With white bowls. Always in quarantine. White and white bowls. Because often a snake in quarantine will go to drown those mites in a bowl. And if you have a bowl with dark bottom or something, you might miss it. Especially and get a few years on you. You younger guys and ladies have it easier, trust me. It's not quite as easy when you hit 50. You got to really look. And the white bowls, naturally, like the paper towel, will pick them up quick. Another thing I like to do, I'm kind of banging back and forth here. When I do start my quarantine, before I start this observation cage, I always take a paper towel when I first get my boas outside. And I'll spray a bunch of nicks or something inside of a big tub. And I'll run it up the boa while it's leaning over that tub in case anything was to jump off I didn't see outside. And I'll quickly look at the paper towel with my strongest glasses on or even a magnifying glass. Because generally, if there's a good infestation on your animal, between these under scales, the front scales up there, and the vent with a paper towel, you're going to pull some live mites off it and spot them right away. And you're going to know before you even get in your house you got an issue. And then at that point, I would put it into a Nix tub to even bring in the house because you can be tracking them all to your house. I happen to have 2 addresses, so I'm very lucky. I mean, I can get any animals I have a doubt about. I put it in another town, and that's that. It makes it much easier for my main collection. And that's really about it. So just observe your boas. You'll be shocked what you pick up, and you can have some fun with it like I did. Take your observations, write them all down, what you think. And then go to a reputable source. Rather be someone you trust. The internet. Ben Rizzo's got some great books. There's many other books out there too. And compare what you observed compared to what the facts are on the animal. And I guarantee you that if you really observe your animals correctly, you'll hit 4 out of 5 facts just from observation. So that's our slight lesson for today. And you can say goodbye to Dumrelli's boa. I think she enjoyed being on camera. She's young. She's only about a year old. And very docile, as you can see. These are great boas. I like them. And hopefully be producing some in the future. But again, I thank you all for your time. And I'll see you very soon. Take care.